as the global tension is increasing rapidly, once again the price of crude oil is pumping towards the upside. Why? Because of uncertainty. And yes, I told you all that $65 level for crude oil is a very important level for me personally, because when the price of crude oil breaks above that level, for me it is less uncertain. But right now something opposite is happening, and I'll be discussing each and everything in today's video. So let's get straight to the point. Discussing about gold and silver first. So I hope you already know it has been 5 to 6 days since the war started between America and Israel and Iran. And to be quite honest, as soon as that war started, the fear has been spread out among people, and there's plethora of people that are right now very uncertain, very in, I would say, fear right now. Because I mean, obviously these kind of wars most of the times end up being a huge disaster, and obviously people will become uncertain in all these assets as well. So basically, as soon as any sort of war starts, the price of crude oil, gold and silver, especially commodity, starts to pump again towards the upside. And I mean, yeah, that's just the natural case, because people take their money out of crypto and stocks from the risky investments, risky assets, and they put in safe havens like gold, silver, crude oil, because these are commodity. And the price of crude oil is also rising because Iran obviously is a very good, rich oil country, and they have also been blocking Strait of Hormuz in the past few days. They were blocking it, so obviously the demand for oil went up and the supply was limited, so the price of crude oil is also pumping towards the upside rapidly. Will I enter in a trade or not? I'll be discussing in the next few minutes. And also gold and silver again pumping towards the upside. But if you notice, the price of gold and silver is not making the new all-time high, and we have seen a new dump also in the prices of gold and silver recently. As you can see over here, as soon as the war started, the price of gold and silver pumped a little bit towards the upside, that's for sure. As you can see over here, you can see a little bit pump. After that we have seen a huge dump, a huge red candle towards the downside, because still there is a lot of bears right now stimulated in the market. And if I zoom out, you can see after this huge mega rally in the prices of gold and silver, they are overbought. Easily they are overbought right now, and they are right now in a sort of bubble. And these small dumps, this is just a small dump, to be quite honest. This is nothing in comparison to the dump I am expecting from the price of gold and silver, and which will come. No one knows when, but it will come for sure. And to be quite honest, after that we have seen the price of gold and silver again pumping towards the upside. But first of all, obviously I'll not take any trade over here, because it is first of all very uncertain, not near any of my major levels. And there are just geopolitical tensions right now in the world, plus gold and silver themselves are overbought right now. They are already in hype, so it is better for me to just stay away from gold and silver as of now. And to be quite honest, we have seen a dump in the prices of gold and silver in the past couple of days, and there's not much volume right now, because most of the people are in fear, because they have already seen this huge dump in the prices of gold and silver. And after that the war has started, which again pushed new limits of the fear in people's mind. So they are right now in very fear. But to be quite honest, there is one more reason behind this dump and not a pump towards the upside. And see, first of all, if people are in fear, you have to be greedy, and if people are greedy, you have to be fearful. So most of the people right now are in fear, but that does not mean that smart people are right now greedy, that they are buying at this price as of now. No, because it is already overbought. Gold is still overbought as of now. So what I'm expecting is that in the next few weeks, the people will get comfortable again in the prices of gold and silver, and they will start to accumulate it little bit again and again. But smart people over here are not touching gold and silver as of now. They are waiting for a big dump towards the downside, and especially in these times of war, there is too much volatility and uncertainty, and it is better to just not take any trade. Either you time the market perfectly, or you just don't take any trade. And because obviously and every single trade you don't take, you are not in a loss. That's just obvious. So yeah, I mean, as of now, gold and silver are sideways, and we have seen a little bit dump towards the downside, and still they are not making their new all-time high as well. Same as with silver also, as you can see, we have seen a dump in the prices of silver, and right now it is sideways only, nothing much in the prices of gold and silver as of now. But crude oil on the other end is pumping, and well, to be quite honest, first of all, is that in the next few weeks, what I am expecting, well, if this war continues or if anything happens, like in the fundamental analysis terms, in the geopolitical analysis terms, then obviously no one can predict the price of gold and silver, that will it dump towards the downside from here or will it pump towards the upside. It can go anywhere, but according to technical analysis terms, I'm still expecting a dump in the prices of gold and silver because, as I said, they are already overbought. They are still in hype, and these types of dumps is nothing for silver. And there are very high chances we see a new major dump in the price of silver soon. But yeah, I mean, let's see. I mean, if this war continues or if anything else happens, then obviously these two commodities will be uncertain and they will remain uncertain. So it is very hard to trade at these times, and it is very hard to predict also. I'll be really, really honest. Alright, talking about crude oil in the end. So, first of all, I hope you all remember I entered in this long position over here in crude oil. And wait, let me remove this drawing over here first. Yeah, so I entered in this long position over here, and well, this went perfectly. After that, I told you all that if the price of crude oil breaks this level towards the upside, $68 level, then I may enter in a long position. But first of all, what happened? See, this gray level over here, $65 level, is very important level for me personally, because I believe that whenever the price of crude oil is above this level, it is less uncertain. But again, as I said, whenever these war type scenarios happen, geopolitical tension arise, whenever these fundamental news come, then technical analysis gets suppressed, and it's more of uncertainty, and no one can predict exactly what will happen, and it is better to just stay away from the charts rather than taking any trade. And as you can see, as soon as the war started, we have seen the price of crude oil skyrocketed towards the upside. This week, Monday's candle, you can see it opened all the way up till $74. It dumped again towards the downside to fill a little bit gap, but again we are seeing the pump in the price of crude oil. So first of all, one important thing is that I'm expecting the price of crude oil will dump in the next coming days and weeks. Why? First of all, right now the pump that we are seeing in the price of crude oil is kind of artificial pump. I won't use the term artificial over here, but I will say that it is the pump because of uncertainty, because of hype, because of demand and supply, and because of the geopolitical tensions and fundamental news rather than any technical analysis. And that is why right now the price of crude is just pumping towards the upside incessantly. It is kind of overbought as of now, so soon we will see the price of crude oil dumping from here. And until and unless any new news comes out on war, then again it can continue to pump towards the upside. But overall, I'm expecting a dump in the price of crude oil. And one more second important reason is that if I zoom in, you can see there is a gap over here which is yet, I would say, yet to be filled from $67.8 to $69 approx. There is a gap over here. So if I just delete this, I hope you can see this gap over here. So that is why I'm saying that there are very high chances the price of crude from here can dump towards the downside, because see, Monday's candle, we have seen the price of crude oil trying to fill this gap. The buyers in the market were so active that the price of crude oil went all the way down till 69.2 and got reversed towards the upside. And after that, we are seeing incessant back-to-back green candles over here. And to be quite honest, yes, it will dump for sure. The price of crude oil will dump, but when it will dump, that's the main question, and that is why I'm just waiting. And that is why I'm not entering in a short position also, because you might be thinking that if I'm saying that the price of crude oil will dump for sure, that why I'm not entering in a short position. Well, the main reason is obvious, that because of the tensions right now in the world, and because of the main fundamental analysis. It is very hard to predict any asset when it is getting reacted due to fundamental analysis and due to war especially, and especially commodities. So it is very hard to predict these assets, like when they will dump, when they will pump. But as soon as this whole scenario gets a cool down, as soon as technical analysis again gets into the power, then obviously the price of crude oil will dump for sure. And also, if I zoom in, you can see how perfectly the price of crude oil went all the way up till over here, approximately $82, $82.1 over here. As you can see, $82.16. The price of crude oil went over here and got rejected. So I mean, this is what technical analysis is. I have already drawn these levels, I have not changed them at all. This level is from $81.3 approx to $82.2. This is a very crucial level of resistance for crude oil. So let's see what will happen. But you have already heard my stance that I am expecting a dump in the price of crude oil when this whole scenario, this whole situation right now going on in the world comes to a cool down. But if not, then no one knows where the price of crude oil will end up. And obviously, personally, I'm not taking any trade right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. So you have heard my analysis right now on crude, gold and silver. And to be quite honest, all three of them right now are kind of overbought and kind of uncertain, and it is obvious to not take any trade as of now. As a swing trader, I'm saying it. So let's see what will happen next in the next coming days and weeks. But as of now, I'm not taking any trade in any of these three commodities. What do you guys think? Are you going to take a trade or not? Do let me know in the comments below. Again, nothing of this is any financial advice. I'm not giving any signals over here. This is just my own personal analysis. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So one more thing I wanted to share with you guys is that whenever this war type situation happens in the world, first of all, the commodity market pumps towards the upside. Gold, silver, crude oil, they pump towards the upside, followed with oil and defense stocks. And every single stock, you can see oil, defense, all these war related stocks, they will also come towards the upside, but majority of the stocks will dump towards the downside. And I would say airline company stocks, tourism stocks, and high leverage companies, they tend to dump towards the downside in these war type situations. So yeah, that's just a small bit of information I thought that I would share with you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.